Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching another live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. Your daily dose of geek news, product views, and answers that you can use, like an answer to the question, did Diana give birth? And the answer is no. She did not give birth, and again, I have to remind people that this is a live video, as we do every weekday. Hello, Gnomies! You're all my Gnomies. I have super Gnomies, the patrons, 947 patrons as of today. So here's what happened. Last night, we were looking through my baby book, and Diana was curious as far as my birth. Hey, wait. It's me. I'm talking from the computer back here. Hang on, let me turn this down. Oh, the joys of live broadcasting and hearing yourself live broadcast back again. Oh, by the way, before I continue with this very interesting story as to how Diana did not give birth last night and how I kind of caused a bit of a kerfuffle of sorts. Some people actually got upset at me. They thought I was trolling people, and I wasn't. It was unintentional. So, okay. I want to see if I can find someone out there who can take just one bit, or maybe all the bits of TLDR and condense it into like a daily 5-minute video. I think that's the next step we want to do, or I would like to get to in terms of what I'm doing for the community, so that you have the live TLDR and then a condensed, upbeat, fun, video from that. But I can't do that. I'm not a good video editor person. It takes a skilled hand to be able to ascertain what the best parts were, to be able to condense into something that's really, really cool and really, really short, unlike me. So anyway, this is what I did. I saw some pictures, and you'll see this documented in the vlog as it's published here in a few days. And I'm like, oh, wow, I really want to post those to social. So I took a picture of what was, it was me, basically in my mother's arms, seconds after I was born. And you probably saw this picture last night. It was floating throughout social. I took a picture of me in my mom's arms. I mean, I know that is my mom. That's my mom, and I know that's me. So I post this, and I say, because it's Throwback Thursday, right? Or yesterday was, TBT. But I forgot to use the hashtag, and I put just born. Because I was just born in this picture. Well, immediately I recognized my mistake. People thought that was baby Pirillo, as in the child that Diana and I are about to give birth to. Or really, I can't take any responsibility past a certain part of the whole process. Diana will give birth at some point in the near future. This is me, and that's my mom, not Diana. My mom does not look like Diana, and Diana does not look like my mom. I hopefully will not look like my child. I'm hoping for a more beautiful child. I'm hoping the child takes after Diana in terms of looks, not me. This was me. This was a Throwback Thursday without a hashtag. I apologize, and people were sending congratulations within seconds. My phone was exploding. Like, oh my god, congratulations. Facebook was, oh my god, you're so awesome. And like, so I had to, you look at any of the comment streams, and I'm apologizing left and right. I'm going, oh my god, it's not me. It's not the baby. It's not the baby. It's not baby Pirillo. It's me. It's my mom. And I've had to explain this even throughout the day. So some people really, you want to talk about getting your knickers twisted. Some people got upset. They said, Chris, how dare you? No, that's so rude, and you troll. You're trolling us. I hate you. Like, kind of things. And I'm like, really, it was an innocent mistake. I honestly was not thinking that anybody would ever guess that was going to be baby Pirillo. I know what my mom looks like, and I know my mom does not look like Diana. So, if you want to know what I looked like seconds after I was born, the picture is out there. It's not, quote-unquote, baby Pirillo. I was a different baby Pirillo. So, I had to go and I had to take down the caption for that photo on Instagram and rewrite it on Facebook. So, suffice it to say, I'm not a daddy yet. Okay? Just want to get that out there. I apologize for any confusion I caused. And believe you got to believe me. You have to believe me. I did not mislead intentionally. If I misled, it wasn't my intention at all. So I did as much as I could to correct the situation, but some people still think that that's our baby, and it's not. It's me. It's a 40-year-old baby. That's who I am. I am a 40-year-old baby. So today is an AMA, which means you can ask me questions. You can ask me anything. Doesn't mean I can answer everything or anything, but I will do my best. As I usually do, I give priority to the patrons at the $5 a month level and higher. Stephen Palmer. He posted first. Who posted? Wait, who posted? Hang on, I can't tell who timestamped first. Everything is a few seconds ago. Okay, Patreon's got a bug. Stephen Palmer asks, do you think there will be a sequel to The Simpsons movie? And I wish both you and Diana every success with Baby Pirillo. Thank you. He also linked off to a couple of news stories, including Microsoft working on a Google Chromecast rival. Might be something to dive into on Monday. Very, very fascinating. And a Windows 8 8.1 Metro scam apps. Ooh, yikes. That's bad news. Microsoft may be taking the same approach as Google with the Google Play Store. So in terms of a sequel to The Simpsons movie, first of all, I don't know how much of the, 24/7 Simpsons that are going to be running on a cable network right now. I don't know how much of that I'm going to tune into, but I'd like to tune into a part of it just to say I saw some. I'm very much looking forward to, before I forget, this weekend, Capaldi's Doctor debuts. I will be in my home watching Doctor Who live as it happens. Not live, obviously, it's been recorded, but as a Whovian, I will be watching and potentially sharing my thoughts on the first Capaldi Doctor episode coming tomorrow. I'll be sharing my thoughts on Monday with you in TLDR. So now that I said that, I would hope there's a sequel to The Simpsons movie. I thought that The Simpsons movie was great, but it reminded me so much of kind of like, I don't mean it's an exact correlation, but when I saw the Next Generation cast doing movies, I always felt like they were TV shows that were just turned into movies. Honestly, I didn't feel like they were movies. I mean, they were good, but they were they felt episodic. And maybe it was the nature of the beast of what TNG was to me, and how much I enjoy Star Trek: The Next Generation. Even to this day, I will still watch episodes of Star Trek. Voyager, Deep Space Nine, my favorite, and of course, The Next Generation. I tend to like those series. Didn't get into Enterprise, and not so much with the original series. So I think there will be a sequel, but I would like to see it. How do I frame this the right way? The Simpsons is not South Park. I enjoy South Park, but I enjoyed the South Park movie at a substantially deeper level than I did South Park itself. It was fun. It was a thrill ride. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say that the plot was amazing, but they amped it up. I mean, they made it a musical, and I enjoy musicals. Right now, my current favorite musical is Les Miserables, and it's been stuck in my head for every time I clear my head, I think Les Miserables. I don't know why. So it was the movie really with Hugh Jackman and the Anne Hathaway and Russell Crowe and the lot. I really enjoyed the production that was released last year, 2013. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I loved it. So in terms of the movie, I would like to see Simpsons movie. I would like to see it done more like South Park. South Park the movie didn't feel like it was a TV show. It really felt like it was a movie. And I enjoyed that. And maybe I'm looking forward to a Simpsons musical. I always enjoyed the Simpsons episodes when songs were involved. And they've done a few. In fact, I've got, they released like 2 or 3 Simpsons compilation CDs from songs from the show. At Flaming Moe's, let's all go to Flaming Moe's. Am I the only one who remembered the Flaming Moe's song? Gonna fix our wagon, gonna fix the wagon. Okay, maybe I'm the only one who bought the Simpsons CDs. Keys in the Song of Springfield, I believe, was one of them. Can't remember the other one. Yes, I am hoping. I'm hoping. I just hope they can amp it up. All right, next question. John Whitaker. Hey, Chris, are you going to do more videos with your dad and on TLDR and AMA? When he replied to questions for you when you were busy, I enjoyed his views, and his humor reminds me of my dad. Just wish my mom and dad were alive today. I'm sorry to hear that, John. But he says it brings back good memories of his dad's wisdom and views and things about the world that his dad shared with him. John, I do hope that is the case. Dad and mom are here for the foreseeable future. They hope to stay through the birth of the real baby Pirillo. I was a real baby Pirillo, but a different kind of baby Pirillo. So yes, is the answer to that question. He's not here today. They're on a trip. You'll see that documented in the blog. I gave him one of the cameras and a video stabilizer machine that I demonstrated in TLDR. It looks like this. That's what I'm demonstrating it with my hands, but I'm going to have him talk about that possibly on Monday's TLDR, so stay tuned for that. The answer is yes, I enjoy when mom and dad and my family are on TLDR. I am, too, also going to bring my brother-in-law live on TLDR and have him do an AMA. That'll be kind of fun. He's never done it before. If he's up to the task. He's only been on YouTube once or twice. Keyboard55 asks, do you and or Diana like canned laughter tracks on TV shows? They don't bother me as much as they might bother other people. I don't mind. You know, I tend to laugh when I want to laugh, not necessarily when it's suggested to laugh. You know, maybe I need a better laugh. Maybe I need canned laughter for these TLDRs. It would make it a lot more, a lot easier to do, especially when I think I'm being funny and then I need the laugh track. Ha 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 ha. Horrible canned laughter there. So please, just do not can my laughter. If you see a product on the shelf that says, buy Chris Pirillo's canned laughter, it's not my laughter. I'm not planning on canning any of my laughter. Jesus Chavez asks, would you ever do either a vlog TLDR or Q&A in Spanish? Even if you mess up just the full Spanish, the whole thing. I don't plan on it. Of course, I plan on speaking a bit more Spanish, especially around the baby. I'll be picking things up here and there. It is my life goal to help Diana's mother speak English, at least a sentence. That's because she speaks Spanish fluently. It's what she's known all her life. I think she understands English, but to be able to speak it is a different thing altogether. We use Google Translate to communicate back and forth, and it works exceedingly well. I'm able to say, I obviously don't have the app open. I really like your mole. Which, believe me, that's a legit thing to say, because her mole is fantastic. It is amazing. She should can that, if you can can mole. I don't know. I think you can can menudo. I don't know about... You can can spotted dick, which I've still not had. Every spotted dick I've seen is hydrogenated. Well, there's a quote of the day. Scam Klein. Sorry, Sam Klein, not Scam Klein. Sam Klein asks... Besides the case you have on your phone now, what do you use for external battery power? Thanks. I'm still using the Mophie, if only because I haven't found something to replace it with, and honestly, I really appreciate having the extra battery power these days. If I don't have that, hi, I'm just going to slide around here. How you doing? Going to go to my smartphone shelf. I'm using this Anchor. It weighs about as much as an Anchor. No, it's not that. It's actually very lightweight. I think it's 16,000 milliamp hours, 12,000 milliamp hours, right there. And it's got 3 charging ports, charges by way of micro USB. You shake it, you get the battery level. I really like this one. This one is superb. It's my backup battery, especially when I'm traveling. It is lightweight for 12,000 milliamp hour battery. It can charge an iPad too. One of these ports supports those types of systems that take a higher power rather than through the average port, like the wattage. Like what are the iPad power bricks are rated at 12 now? They used to ship at 10. See if I've got one. Yep, 12 watts right there on this iPad power charger. So even though this is capable of charging 12 watts right there, I do believe that one of these ports can handle it as well. Next, Christopher Burdick asks, I'm not sure if you've been asked this, but what's your process for weeding out cheaters on Patreon? Well, we give them the benefit of the doubt, really, and kind of go through and say, hey, did you realize your pledge is out of date? You missed a pledge. We give people the benefit of the doubt. And then a month goes by, and if we haven't heard back from anybody and the pledge still doesn't go through, we basically have to drop them. So we try to communicate at least 3 or 4 times, usually, and if we can't hear back or they say, oh, I can't do it this month, whatever, I say, yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, it's not... I wouldn't necessarily call it cheating for the most part. Some people just get caught in bad circumstances. But Patreon needs to do an amazingly better job because it doesn't. It kind of sucks at getting true pledges to go through. There's no verification in that part of the system, which is frustrating for us because we have to spend time doing customer service that Patreon, quite honestly, should be processing themselves. I've let them know this outright, but that's basically how we nail people down, and it only happens once a month. So, Christopher, that's the best we can do. We communicate with people or try to communicate with people, and if we don't hear back from them, that's as much as we can do. Adam Wallace asks, will you ever have Vlogger Fair in London, UK? No immediate plans. I really want to. I found out this morning that another UK vlogger, another beauty vlogger, follows us, or at least our vlogs. She says that Diana and I are cute, and she seemed like she's a pretty skilled beautician, a beauty guru person in the UK. Quite a healthy amount of followers there, and I think as the attention for Vlogger Fair grows, it'll be easier to reach out to partners that can help us bridge the gap between here and across the Atlantic Ocean to the UK, making it easier for us to be able to walk in and do something like this. So I really think that it will happen. It's a matter of when, not if. I just have to find the partners to be able to pull it off, because there are great YouTube events like Summer in the City that happen in the UK, but I really, 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 I'm trying. I am trying. I don't know enough. I don't have enough travel connections. I don't have enough connections in the UK, and it's not so much just knowing that people exist. Obviously, we had that impromptu meetup when I visited London last year after Vlogger Fair, the first one. Had so many people show up for that meetup. I'd love to do one again in an official Vlogger Fair capacity, but it's going to take a lot more attention than what we have right now, and a lot more partners than what we have right now. But it's in the works. This weekend, it's not quite Vlogger Fair. Let's see, I'm about halfway. Mom texted me and says, when you pack your hospital bag, don't forget extra batteries and charge cords. Okay. Oh, did I accidentally start it? There we go. I want to start it officially. There's spreadsheet. Or sorry, presentation, not a spreadsheet. I know the difference. So apparently I need to pack charge cables and batteries. I will do my best. I have not yet packed my bag. I've got my travel case, and I plan on like throwing everything in there, and then I think that will do everything. I'll grab my daddy vest, which is really a Scotty vest. I gotta tell him I've kind of rebranded it. Hopefully he's not upset. I really like that. It's very, very handy. I love doing events wearing the Scotty vest, or now, as I will call it, my daddy vest. So this weekend, you may want to stay tuned to the other channel, the vlog channel, not so much this Geek Lifestyles channel. The reason why, and I realize many people are just, it's gonna go right over the heads because they don't watch TLDR, or stay tuned to our social feeds. I do believe, remember those Minecrafters, those 10 Minecrafters like Basher and Sky and the whole lot that were at Vlogger Fair this past weekend? I believe that most, if not all of them, may be coming over on Sunday, and we're going to hang out, and we're going to geek out together. And we're going to just have fun together. I have no idea what's going to happen, except that this house is going to be invaded by Minecrafters. And part of what we're going to do, I asked Clara, and she said, yeah, I think the family would be down for that. We're going to try some bizarre flavored chips, all of which at this point seem to be from Lay's. This is the cappuccino flavor, available in the U.S. We tried the mango salsa one, although I'll have to grab another bag because I guess Diana didn't like them as much. I liked them. My parents liked them. I don't know why she wanted to try them ahead of time. I said, well, I wanted to wait because we also have lobster hot plate potato chips. This came all the way from Thailand. I bought them on Amazon. And we got these, the hot chili squid potato chips. Fun. I gotta be careful not to overlay the names there to give them credit. We also have nori seaweed chips. I think that says Lay's in Thai. I don't know. I don't speak or write Thai, and I don't know. And then we have these. Currently, they are, okay, I can't read Thai. They are whatever that flavor says. I want to say salmon, because there's smoked salmon here, or some kind of salmon. So salmon-flavored potato chips. I'm looking for anything else I might be able to get my hands on before Sunday. But stay tuned for that. We're going to have a big Minecrafter collaboration where we don't really do anything about Minecraft. We're eating potato chips, potentially for the first time. I mean, not for these flavors for the first time. That's kind of exciting. Who doesn't like potato chips other than people who are allergic to potatoes? Is that an allergy? I don't really... It could be. I don't know. I've never heard of that. A potato chip allergy, but it could exist. Let's go ahead and turn to the open Facebook thread as posted yesterday and answer those questions now that I've done, I believe, a complete run through of all the patrons who asked questions here. Let me check. Yep, Adam was the last one. The first question came in from Tad, my good friend Tad. Tad asks, how does it feel to have everyone congratulating you way too early? Lol, very amused. Yeah, thanks, Tad. I thought it was funny, so I had to tell one guy, he's been a supporter of ours, I kind of had to tell him to stop kind of being mean in a certain way. He was just being mean. I'm like, dude, let it go. It was an accident. I slipped. I didn't do it intentionally. Some people get really upset when you do something unintentionally. Max 3099 says, Vlogger Fair in Portland, Oregon. It's a possibility, although we're so close to Portland that it kind of covers most of this territory. I'm not sure how that would work, but it was my idea originally that if I could get enough of the YouTubers who would want to do it, I'd love to do some kind of touring kind of Vlogger Fair. That would be kind of fun to do, just like multi-city, but that takes a lot of money. A lot of money. Oh my God. You don't even know. Like, to produce an event, it can run tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to run an event. They're very, very expensive. Darren Elliott asks, how's the weather? It's fine. It's cooling down, but I guess it's kind of warming up. I guess it's Let me check the schedule here with the weather. It's currently 73 degrees here in Seattle. Gotta wait for I'm waiting for the forecast. It's going to get up to 90 degrees on Tuesday. Wow. It's a little too warm for me. I'd rather go the opposite direction, which is exactly what it's going to do soon with fall right around the corner. Or, one of my favorite seasons. I like to call them seasons. Seasons. Autumn. Autumn. I love autumn. Liam Donaldson asks, what's your favorite Windows smartphone? I don't know if I have a favorite. I think the Lumia 1020 is the latest one that I have, and I like it. Nothing wrong with it. I was told that I could update to Windows 8.1, or on the phone, Windows Phone 8.1, or whatever they're calling the OS these days. And I can't. For some reason, it's saying, we're sorry, you can't update. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not going to update. So that is my current favorite, but I wouldn't say that it's necessarily awesome all around. I mean, it's got amazing optics for the camera, no doubt about that. And I love that. I think the camera is one of the best features of any smartphone, if only because people take pictures with their smartphones all the time. Cam Hunter asks, what type of camera do you recommend for a beginner photographer such as myself? I need one with lots of megapixels. Okay, well, then go with the one with the most megapixels. That's honestly, if that's what you want. If you want megapixels, go for the most megapixels. I think that's a myth. I don't think that's what you should be looking for, but if that's the feature you want, I say find the camera that has the most megapixels and go backwards from there. That's really, and Cam, thank you for better putting a finer point on that, because I would ask, well, what features do you want? He's saying he needs one with lots of megapixels. Go with the max, and then, check out, I always recommend for any kind of video or photos, check out the video or photo quality that each one of those cameras might be able to produce in the field. Test shots or what have you. And then go with whatever one looks best to your eyes. So you would want to look on multiple screens, because your screen that you've got connected to your computer isn't necessarily calibrated. That's something to keep in mind. But, in terms of, I haven't purchased a camera in ages. The last camera I guess I got was this mod from HD Hat. This is my vlogging camera. It's primarily for video, not so much for photos, and the megapixel count, I don't know, it's like 8 or something like that. I don't know. I don't take a lot of still photos on traditional cameras anymore. I'm just, using my phone. So, if you're a beginning photographer, my suggestion is, take classes, practice, study, learn what shots you like. You're going to need to practice. You've got an unlimited amount of shots that you can take. Learn what you appreciate and double down on realizing what you appreciate most in the people who are taking photos. And then don't just copy them. I mean, you got to find your own style. But the deeper understanding that the deeper your understanding, the more you'll learn about what you like and eventually find your style. And part of that has nothing to do with the camera. As much as that sounds kind of like a cop-out, it's true. I believe it's Chase Jarvis who said the best camera is the camera that you have on you. Has nothing to do with megapixel count. And unfortunately, I don't have a specific camera to recommend. I have no allegiances or alliances or what have you. Richard Smith asks, can you handle the poop? No, not so much. JJ Awad asks, explain the GoPro. All right, I'm going to get it. Give me a second. I'm going to give me a moment. Gotta get a prop. Gotta prop me. Here. Here is a GoPro Hero 3. I think it's the 3 Plus. I thought it was. Maybe it's not the 3 Plus. Well, anyway, this is a GoPro, or one GoPro. And it doesn't have any accessories here. The GoPro is a high-definition, portable, versatile camera. And you can get accessories for it. If you want to see a GoPro in action, you can take a look at any one of Ty Moss's vlogs with Ty and Gray. He likes using this, his GoPro, not this one in particular. Even though he used my vlog camera in the vlog the other day, it was sneaky. What makes the GoPro used so much is that it's extremely lightweight, extremely compact, and very versatile. So if you're into extreme sports, say, you can put it to a helmet, you can put it on your chest, you can hang it wherever, and you can take video without thinking about it. You just do what you do, and then you can take video. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of people who are into action will use GoPro. But you don't have to be into action to be able to use the GoPro. It's got a super wide-angle lens. That can be somewhat of a challenge because of the type of artifacts that happen, or I guess the outcome of using a wide-angle lens is that you have a fisheye effect. Now, that said, one of our patron supporters, works with ProDad. They have a product called Prodrenalin, and the reason why that this is important to say is that if you have a GoPro and you shoot video on a GoPro, use Prodrenalin to basically clean up the video. Not just stabilize it, but just clean it up in general. If you use GoPro to record your video, that's something that I wanted to put out there. That's a big deal. I also talked about the GoPro Hero 3 in the outdoor tech segment I recently did for Verizon Wireless. That is, I'll link it in the description. I've done a handful of videos for them, actually. It's kind of neat. I've got to talk about outdoor tech in the vlog, too. So that reminds me of the things that I got to do after this video. I'm doing video. GoPro can take still shots, but it's pretty much all about video. It's one of the most popular video cameras today, if only because people use it in the field. They don't worry about it getting damaged. They have waterproof housing for it. It's extremely versatile, and you can even get add-ons, bigger batteries, or like an LCD screen for the back. There's a smartphone conduit, so instead of, because you can see there's no screen attached to this GoPro, you could use the phone to control the GoPro as it's connected on a private wireless network between the phone and the device itself. So that's the GoPro, or the best way that I can explain it to you today. Kevin Oak Pines asks, do you think making August 21st Pirillo or LockerGnome Fool Day, that would be a good idea? He's talking about yesterday. I seriously did not mean to do that. I apologize. Jonathan Curran asks, Chris, can you say hi to my wife, Katie Curran? Hi, Katie. There we go. How's that request? It works. Ernesto Aviles asks, Chris is not a father yet. That is true. Leah Sheep asks, anything? Yes, anything. I don't understand Ricky Griffith's question. Are Adam and Eve banned from the Apple Store? Did they eat the forbidden apple? I don't know. Adam Siegel asks, hey, Chris, as a longtime viewer, I'm quite a fan. I'm pretty curious. How did you get as popular as you are today? What are the steps you took to get to your current position? Thanks. I don't think I'm popular. I've got notoriety. I've got gravitas. I've been doing what I've been doing for quite some time, and I wouldn't even say I'm doing a great job or as great a job as I think I could do. I'm doing my best. I think being persistent, being consistent, being open and open-minded in terms of being able to kind of maneuver through the industry's changes is kind of key. Just be you. And that's I'm me. And whether I'm doing TLDR like this at this kind of energy level, or just doing the vlog and just kind of happening to, or doing things throughout the day and kind of talking to the vlog camera, not the GoPro. I'm not using the GoPro as a vlog camera. I'm using this elegant hack. But I don't know. I think I'm not popular, and I have notoriety. I'm not popular. I'll never be popular. I don't want to be popular. I'm not a popular kid, never will be, if only because I'm big into Garbage Pail Kids. Shout out to Boogie, my man Boogie, who also loves GPKs. I don't know if Boogie's got this. Someone take a screenshot and send this to Boogie on Twitter, can ya? Did you get it? Did you capture it? This is a promo card, Comic Connor, and I do believe that Comic Connor's coming in the 2014 Series 2. I got this as a bonus. I was scrolling through my Facebook feed, and given that I like Garbage Pail Kids and I tend to interact with their content on Facebook, I see their content more often. So they have these jumbo cards that they released to celebrate the fact that they've got some geeky, nerdy cards, or I guess stickers, available for a GPK. However, these all arrived damaged. So seconds before doing the live broadcast, I sent a note to the customer service team at Topps. Hopefully they can replace them. This is CC6B, Eternal Adam. You might remember Adam, Prince Adam. Well, actually, he's not Prince Adam. That's He-Man. He's not dressed as Prince Adam. There he is standing over Skeletor, Castle Grayskull in the background, and He-Man is from, Adam is from Eternia, hence the Eternal. It's fun. I love Garbage Pail Kids. Ever since I was in the 7th grade, I hope to get baby Pirillo into Garbage Pail Kids as well. Outer Space Chase. I remember this. I believe Alien Ian was the counterpart. This is labeled CC5B. Series 4. The original Series 4, I believe, is the first time I saw this particular Garbage Pail Kid. I think the He-Man one was in a previous series, though. think Comic Connor may be the only new one in this stack. Although I don't know if I remember this one at all. Todzilla instead of Godzilla with Roybot. It's a little mashup there. Fun and Jumbo. Jumbo Fun. Steve Rogers. Captain America. My good friend Doug loves Captain America. I used to love just staring at the art on Garbage Pail Kids, just to see all the details and things that you just otherwise wouldn't pick up on. That, to me, it's not just the humor. It's like I'd look in the garbage. I'm like, oh, that's a can. That's a rat. That's a food container. I never finish all my food. Oh, was this one? I can't remember if this was in the 2004 first series or series 1. CC2B. Dead Ned, if you are a Game of Thrones fan. Love this. Love it. Ha. Not that I would, say that anybody who sits on the Iron Throne this should happen to, although inevitably it does, Game of Thrones. Sorry, spoiler alerts. Any other Ned Stark fans? I tend not to become a fan of anything or any character that Sean Bean plays, because he inevitably dies. That's just why I like Sean Bean as an actor. Love him. I mean, as an actor goes, obviously. So, and by the way, there's nothing on the backs of each one of these cards. I don't even know if they're stickers. This is Cosplay Cody, so it's the counterpart. Look at that. Minecraft sword. See, these are all, I think, suitable for framing or hanging. So I love that. It's a Minecraft sword. Would this be like steampunk goggles, potentially, above his hair? And then he kind of looks like... what's that Street Fighter character? The hair? I never played Street Fighter, but I know enough to be dangerous. It says, costume number 1, a blue ribbon, and a nice little, I guess, what would you call that? That snapping, the belt snapping, and the crossplate? No. There's his underwear. There's a satchel with a star on it. There may be other geek culture references in here that I'm not getting. He's got toilet paper hanging off his sword. It's in a cardboard sheath of sorts. Hang on. What is that? Yeah, it's a gun. It looks like a gun with a sword that comes out of it. Kind of. So yeah, like I said, I like looking at the details here. I could lose myself for hours. Pizza box. Not on one image, but you just gotta appreciate the art. So there's the last product view for you today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm glad I was able to address questions from patrons and a good chunk of people on Facebook. A small chunk. Good chunk. There's a few questions that remain unanswered, but I will do my best to get to them at any point in the future. Max 3099. Okay, this will be the last question since you are watching live. How do you deal with vlogging in public, and how does it compare to Google Glass vlogging? I think Google Glass vlogging is a bit more surreptitious, which is why people kind of get creeped out with it. Don't get me wrong, I wish I had Google Glass. I really do. If only because the recording I want to do of not just the birth, but the experience, I really don't want to be in the face of the baby with the camera. Like, I realize this is a bit strange, it's a bit scary, potentially. But, if we're around it and we're, this is the vlog camera, the baby's going to get used to it. You don't just like, hello, baby, you're being vlogged. So I think that's the issue with Google Glass vlogging or video. People don't realize that they are or are not being recorded versus, hey, this is a big-ass lens as opposed to a big-ass lens. Big ass, that's hyphenated there. So you kind of know, obviously someone's got a lens and they're recording. So in terms of dealing with vlogging in public, I'm very careful. I don't always like to vlog in public, or if I do, I'm very careful not to capture anybody. If I can at all help it, I'll try to crop people out if they were not expecting that they were going to be recorded, because, permission's not implicit. I always ask him, is it okay if I record? Is this fine? And some people will say, no, I'd rather not be recorded. And I got to respect that. I kind of get perturbed when other people vlog people in their vlogs, and it seems like they were just kind of taken by surprise. And to me, it's stepping over an ethical boundary. To me, if someone chooses to vlog that way, that's fine, but just don't be surprised if someone gets upset and says, I was not expecting that I was going to be recorded. So, I always try to get permission, or sometimes I'll even, if someone knows me, they just know they're inevitably going to get vlogged. Like, I hate to say this, but you're going to get vlogged. Is that fine? Or they just know if they're around me, if I pick up the vlog camera, they know what's coming next. But I tend not to vlog in public when there's shots of brands or stores, if I'm on private property and I haven't gotten permission, usually. or certainly if other people are in the background. I'm very careful about that, and it's very difficult to accommodate. I'm also very careful about being in any area where I might capture music that I'm not licensed to rebroadcast, which is most of the music out there. I wish I had my own personal musician, or there was a musician in the family. That is not the case at this point, so I tend to avoid music at all costs because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get a video yanked down. So I'm self-conscious about it, but I'm also very aware of my surroundings. I'm aware of other people, and I want to respect other people's boundaries. It's not about me. Believe it or not, I realize, vlogging is all about you. It kind of is. It's a very personal thing. But I never expect that other people would want to be a part of something. That's a thing to keep in mind. Respect other people's boundaries. And that's, in my head, that's always at the forefront. Respect other people's boundaries. Number one. You got to keep that in mind. So that's my answer, Max. 3,099. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being at Vlogger Fair. Again, I apologize to Don and Val Heller. I mistook them yesterday for another. I met Eric and Laura, or Boris and Natasha, at Vlogger Fair. I met a couple of other couples, including a couple where one person was named Don, and I mistook that Don that I met for Don and Val in Texas, and I apologize. So, now that I've apologized to the world, let me say thank you. I hope you liked today's effort. I really appreciate your support. As I said in the beginning, I'm really hoping to find someone, or at least figure it out to work it into the pledges, where we can take a daily kind of a synopsis of the best of a TLDR and condense it down to about 5 minutes in a video and make it kind of upbeat with music in the background and stuff like that. But I need to find a person, and I have to know what it would cost to afford a person like that, to be able to bring them into the family. And I think a lot of people would like that, because not everybody wants to sit through a half hour-ish of me babbling. Ooh, almost 40 minutes. Wow, I really got to talking. Today's Q&A with you and me, by the way, this is a Patreon exclusive, is going to be me talking about medical tech. And I'm very happy that someone asked this question, because I have some thoughts on medical tech, and I'm kind of excited about it. But I don't want to spoil the surprise. Thank you, everybody. Hope everybody had a great week. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. I cannot wait to talk to you again on Monday, but of course I'm active in social. You can watch the vlogs in the other channel. You can watch the mostly live videos in this channel. And stay tuned for the snack time. I think this is going to be in the vlog channel, though. I think. Okay. I think I've said everything I needed to say. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. We'll see you later.